My face, my wife, my kombucha, and my really white thighs welcome you to this video.
We asked, you answered.
So here are questions we have never asked each other.
Juicy.
Rock, paper, scissors for who asked first? What?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Why is
That was
that?
a very interesting channel.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors for who asked first?
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
You need to say shoot.
I know. I always say shoe. I don't know why. Just childhood habit. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Stop.
Wow. No, you stop. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dunzo. Okay, I ask first then?
Yep.
What insecurity of yours holds you back the most? We're starting super strong.
I would say it is my insecurity of the opinions of others.
Yeah. I feel that.
And maybe it's also in the nature of like, we get a lot of people's opinions in like what we do, putting so much stuff out online that I think that like holds me back from a lot of stuff.
I got that.
What about you?
It was generally in that ballpark. I hadn't put words to it yet, but I think you did a pretty good job at putting words to it. Also, I think the insecurities of you think less of your abilities and talents than you actually have, and that holds you back. Like music.
Yeah, it's just thinking.
You know?
It took me years to want to
write and release stuff. And there's stuff coming in the pipeline. I don't know. Can I say that?
Yeah.
People know
Yep.
that you've been working on stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's just taken such a long time for you to get there. And even now, when the songs are kind of like done and finished, there's just still like this, I feel like a mental hurdle that you're like, okay, now I need to actually release this stuff and let people listen to it. Your turn.
When do you feel like yourself the most?
Wow, that's a good one. I think it's when I'm hanging out with like a group of people that's like my people and we're just having fun. It's very simple, but I feel like as an adult, you get less and less of it. And it brings me back to the like innocence of childhood and stuff like that.
Give me an example.
I take the homies and we go shredding at the kart track, go-karting, but like legit go-karting, not like bumper cars. Like karting where I go and put in a freaking sick lap time and just absolutely leave the homies in the dust because they don't know what the crap they're doing. That type of karting. What about me is the hardest for you to understand?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I have an answer.
You do?
I do.
Go. Give me the juice.
This is only the first thing that popped into my head.
Okay, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to understand. Like if I say something really short to you, for example, like, is it cold outside, but you're like on your phone or you're watching the TV?
I knew this was going to be an answer because we then went into like a big conversation about it. And I think we found out part of the reason why I never can just like, if I'm on my phone and then Jess starts talking to me, I don't respond to her or it just like goes over my head is because she doesn't get my attention first. Where
Yes,
when
I do.
you literally just said you do what your mom does.
I know Mum's watching this, so now we have to.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll just start talking to me, but I'm there. I'm listening.
But
So-
even if you're there and not listening, she still starts talking to you. And that's what you don't go like, hey, babe. And I go, yeah. And then you start telling me the thing. Like I do that to you. If I need whatever attention from you, I go, hey, babe. Yes. Can you blah, 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 blah? That's usually like the way I talk to get your attention if I'm telling you something random and we're not, talking to each other already.
But, yesterday I realized I was editing on my laptop and you were doing the dishes and you just started talking to me and I dropped what I was doing and I was listening.
Wow.
And it made me think
How awesome is Jess?
that I am so much better.
Exactly.
Clink.
Sorry. Hit me with it. Hit me with the heat. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and dream the world.
How do you get over your first love? I know.
Man, you really just hit me with a... Wow. What really helped me was one time. Obviously, it sucked at the beginning, and it sucked a few months later, and it sucked, a few months after that, but less. And then over time, I was able to heal. 2, distraction.
Yes.
I definitely distracted myself. I was like a big Vine guy at the time.
I don't know
if you remember me, but like I was kind of a big deal on Vine. Vine was a thing. I kind of was neglecting it a little bit during the period of time where I was in that relationship. And then after, I like rededicated my time to really focus on Vine and then kind of like growing my career from there. And I surrounded myself with homies who were also doing the same thing. And then over time, I was able to heal.
The amount of time is going to be different for everybody. Could be 3 years. Or 3 months.
If you made a playlist for me, what 3 songs would be in it?
We pretty much like the same music. And you,
What 3 songs would be in it?
Baby, Justin Bieber. One Less Lonely Girl, Justin Bieber. Boyfriend, Justin Bieber.
I created a list for myself. Jess is wearing her Bieber Fever hoodie. I took the liberty of making a list for you, for me.
So do you want me to answer the question?
Well, you kind of already did. And now I'm going to give you my list. Number 1, anaconda, obviously.
Anaconda?
Anaconda, right? That's what it's called. Yeah. I'm like, what?
Sounded so funny.
She's like crying laugh. She's literally tearing up.
Sorry, that sounded so... I've never heard you say that word.
This isn't even funny. You're supposed to be laughing at the joke, not me not being able to speak. Okay. Number 1, anaconda. Number 2, Baby by Justin Bieber, because we created a baby.
Okay.
Who's off screen. Number 3, Perfect. Ed Sheeran.
Aw.
This is me giving myself an ego boost. And
I get
you're
the
like,
joke.
oh, that's so sweet.
Well, no, because that actually is a really good song.
Excuse me. Sorry, this kombucha's got me going. I'm just going to say this. We have not given up on our podcast concept that we mentioned like a year ago we were talking about. But between a year ago and now,
We had a baby.
we got pregnant and had a baby.
What is your least favorite personality trait in a person?
In a person that's not
A random third
a
party.
random person who may or may not be wearing a Justin Bieber hoodie.
No.
No, I'm kidding. Kind of like an irritating personality trait
Okay.
that like bugs you gradually over time is someone who thinks they know everything. Like you say something, you're like, I was looking into this one diet. And then they go, oh no, dude, not even, like keto sucks. Keto's the worst, trust me. And then you're just like, oh, okay, now we can't even have a conversation because you think you have the answer rather than like, let's actually have a conversation and learn together, you know?
I think one of the most valuable things is truly listening to somebody and like being willing to have a conversation.
Speaking of, I just saw a really good quote. Sorry to cut you off, but this quote was insane. It said, argue as if you are right, but listen as if you are wrong.
Oh, I like that.
Like if you have an opinion, be proud of it and argue it as if you're right. But then once it's time to listen as if you're wrong.
You know, when you're listening to someone sometimes, you know, when you're listening to somebody sometimes, but you're already
Sometimes, yeah.
thinking in your head, like what you're going to say back to them.
Sometimes I do.
That's not true listening. And I think it's really valuable to practice, like not thinking what you're about to say or like what you will reply with, but actually just sitting there and listening and like trying to like learn from what they're saying.
Yeah. If you're ever in like a deep conversation where you're talking about something, I always end up like keeping tabs on things that I want to hit based off of what they're saying.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that and thinking like, okay, let me like keep this tab on whatever it is I thought of while they were speaking, just kind of like let the conversation really flow and fully just listen to them.
And that's my issue too, is that by the time it comes around for like me to say something from what they said 5 minutes ago, because I like don't want to interrupt, the moment's already gone.
I think, you know, it's a balance. I think if you're able to keep a tab, but then still like listen,
Yeah.
fully listen, but just know you're going to go back to it. I think that's healthy because then you're adding to the conversation.
This is kind of so separate from the question,
This
but
is
that's all right.
very completely separate, but you know, we did it. What are you currently working through that others can't see?
I think balance, because I just have no balance right now. Whoa, look at me. Mum life, work life, personal life, cleaning, faith life. I have no balance.
To be fair, we should also give ourselves some grace in this area as new parents figuring it out.
No, yeah, I
We
agree.
also have a 3-month-old that requires like 100% of our attention, and getting to everything is just difficult right now.
Yeah,
Being consistent with videos every week is really difficult.
just everything, but
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
know,
I don't
we're
know.
getting there, but
Yeah.
balance is like the word that I thought of straight away.
Yeah, so
What do you think I'm going to do in the future, work/employment?
I think you'd 80% actually just want to be full-time mom vibes. There's just so much in you that wants to like take that responsibility and care for your household and for your kids and stuff. But also it would be really cool if you were then 20%. This is me seeing what you enjoy the most and also where your gifts and talents lie. Projecting
Okay.
onto what I see could be a vibe
Love vibes.
is making vibes through music. Recording artist.
Wow.
Yeah, but I know you're not necessarily like wanting to like, you know, tour the world or anything as like a musical artist.
Yeah.
But I think recording artist, your voice records like so incredibly well and you write banger songs. So I think that would be sick if you like were able to say down the line, that's like what you do. You record songs and release songs, and that's like your creative outlet / work. Generates a pretty good residual / passive income, you know, if the songs do well. And then it like frees up time for you to be a mom.
Wow, that is random, but thank you. I appreciate that.
What do you think?
I'm trying to figure that out. A big chunk mum life. Like I want to homeschool her and like I want to be with her as much as I can,
And the other 13 kids we're going to have.
apparently.
What is the last thing you lied to your mom about? It could even be like a lie of omission where you're lying by not telling her.
I did tell her. I told her
What'd you tell her?
that I got in a car accident.
You got in a car accident?
Thanks for putting me on blast.
Sorry.
I knew that that's what you had in mind for this question.
I didn't know if you were actually going to say it.
Yes, but Mum knows.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like,
No.
airbags didn't even go off.
No, it was totally fine.
Yeah,
But,
we're just getting some dings out of the car.
What's your favorite song lyric that you can think of off the top of your head?
I think off the top of my head is, what a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. Name of Jesus Christ our King. That one. It's just such a good worship song.
Mine
Yes.
would be, even when I have no words to sing, louder than I'll sing your praise. Love that song.
Yeah. Oh, this one's juicy. What's the hardest part about being married to me?
I have an answer straight away, but it's probably not what you're thinking.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm getting nervous now because I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
Okay, just go.
The hardest part about being married to you. Do you want to cuddle?
Okay, what?
The hardest thing about being married to you
Yes.
is that it also comes with the territory of being away from my family. You understand? I don't want you to feel guilty about that, but it just
Yeah.
like comes with being married to an American.
The biggest things that we've gone through and the hardest things that we've gone through in our marriage, which you can read about in my book, A Mission for Meaning. Woohoo! Link down below. It has been the toughest parts of our marriage. So that's totally fair.
Think of a movie that always makes you cry. On the count of 3, say your answers.
3, 2, 1.
High
A
School Musical
beautiful
3.
day in the neighborhood. Are you kidding me?
High School Musical 3.
Are you actually joking?
I cry every single time.
That's true.
Oh, the graduation and like life moves on, everyone grows up.
Next freaking question. What do you think is one thing I could do that would drastically improve my life?
Honestly, I don't know about drastically improve, but the first thing I thought of was jumping into things or doing things because you're going to really enjoy it without thinking if it's going to be successful or not.
I feel like we're people who analyze our life a lot and try and implement things that will improve our life normally. So like a drastic improvement is probably something that we would already try and do.
Yeah.
I actually have one more honorary question.
Okay.
This is more for me to feel good about myself, or it could go terribly wrong. But how would you describe me to a stranger? Say you're talking to a stranger and they go, your husband, Gabriel, what's he like?
He's the best person I know. He's so talented and intelligent, and literally anything he tries to do, he is so good at. And that's so annoying. It's like so annoying that you're like so good at anything that you try to do. And I would also
I won't
say
argue with these compliments.
that you're a friend to absolutely everybody. To know you is to love you.
Thank you, babe. I would say my wife, Jessica, wonderful, beautiful accent. She's tall and just stunning. But the craziest thing is her personality, and everything on the inside trumps her physical appearance by like 1,000-fold. She's one of the kindest people I've ever met. And there's been plenty of time where other people have told me specifically that they think Jess is the kindest person that they've ever met. And they're shocked at her kindness and her thoughtfulness towards others. And she's an amazing mother to our beautiful little daughter.
I'm all sweaty.
Are you?
so nice.
In that Bieber hoodie?
That was so nice.
I got you, babe.
Thank you. Well, this was really fun. I'd love to do this again sometime.
This was fun.
What is it? We're Not Really Strangers. Shout out.
Well, I don't even know if it's actually from their game. It's from a website that kind of took their game.
We got it off Google.
Yeah, we pulled some questions off Google that we thought would be fitting for the occasion.
Hope you guys are doing good. We will see you next time.
Bye.